So yeah, about that. I was in that situation at one point too, where I was the engineering manager and I was wearing the hat of the Scrum Master role. Um, I'm going to go out here and say this is, even though I've tried it and I've seen it be successful, it's definitely a pitfall and I would avoid it for one reason, or for a couple of reasons actually. So when I was in that role, what I noticed is that the team really couldn't decipher or tell when I was wearing the Scrum Master hat or when I was being the engineering manager. And what would happen is that they agreed to everything that I suggested, even when it was a bad idea. And that kind of goes along against the lines of what you want your team to be doing, which is self-organizing, kind of coming up with their own solutions and whatnot. They're always going to continue to look to you to give the answers for them. Even if you haven't been a command and control kind of manager and you really subscribe to the servant leader philosophy, the fact that you have that title, the fact that you have that role, some people just can't get beyond that. So, do I like it? I don't. I really don't. And from my personal experience, when I became a full-time Scrum Master, I noticed that the team started to push back. And that was a good thing. That's what you want them to do. You want them to self-organize you around the things that make sense for them. It kind of forces you as a Scrum Master to be a guide. So if your organization is looking at combining the Scrum Master and manager role, really reconsider it. It doesn't mean, just because you're an engineering manager, doesn't mean that your role is going away. Take a look at Succeeding with Agile by Mike Cohn. I believe it's chapter 15 or close to there. He talks about the role of management, the role of leadership in a Scrum ecosystem. So there's a lot of things that you can be doing. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to combine the Scrum Master and the engineering manager role.